Hello, welcome. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Live with Lisa. I am Lisa Brown with Ink and Inspirations, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, coming to you from Southeast Texas, a very rainy and dreary day and kind of chilly outside. So, how is everybody doing? I want to thank you all for being here. And if you're watching live, and welcome and thank you to those of you who are watching the replay. So glad to be here. Hello, Carol. Hello, Diane. So I hope you're all doing well. And today we have a couple of projects, and I'm going to surprise you because there is no stamping. That's right, no stamping. It's just some cute little home decor party projects, a couple of them that you can create for any occasion, just changing your paper and maybe your punches or your dies. You could use stamps if you want to, and you'll see that. But I'm thinking Super Bowl right now, so I'm going to show you a couple of things there and then show you a Valentine's alternative if you'd like to do this for Valentine's Day. So let me get over here and try to show you my desktop too. So before we get started in creating, I want to just tell you a couple of things. You know, we're still in celebration, Stampin' Up's biggest event of the year, where you can earn free products with your $50 order or your $100 order, and there's no limit. We started off with a celebration brochure, and everything is still available so far that I've noticed the last time I checked. This is all still available with some beautiful paper, beautiful stamp sets, and I hope you will check that out. You can always go to the online store and click under, I believe it's specials, and find celebration and see everything that's available. Now, a surprise to us yesterday, February 1st, was a more to celebrate occasion because Stampin' Up! Has added some current product that we have either in our catalogs or online that you can also earn to give you some more choices. So let's take a quick look at this. Let me go ahead and do this. Okay, so we have two of our kit collection card kits. One is the Kindness Cards kit, and these make little cards here, okay? They would be great to put on a coworker's desk or put into someone's lunch. You could mail them to. It would take a little extra postage because of the size. Hello, Catherine, Pam, and Marilyn. Thank you for joining. And then we have the little party treat packaging, great for a little kid's or grandkid's birthday party with a little alligator and a kangaroo. Now, I was thinking that these would also make cute Valentine treats. All you would need to do is add maybe a little punched heart or a little die cut heart to them, and maybe stamp a Valentine sentiment and add it. So I thought those would be cute. Those are little tiny pillow boxes. Okay, next we have our white frayed ribbon that I believe you get 2 spools of those with a $50 purchase if you choose that. This is a ribbon that's in our annual catalog. We also have 2 punches available, the Essentials Tag Punch, which is a great all-around punch, and then the Songbird Builder Punch, where you can create these little birds with your punched image. We have 2 embossing folders, the Into the Clouds embossing folder and the Hive 3D embossing folder, and decorative masks. Okay, these are from the annual catalog as well. And then we have a set of beautiful papers from the mini catalog, the current mini catalog. Enjoy the Journey. It has some beautiful landscape images and would make beautiful, easy to create cards where you just maybe use a sentiment with the beautiful paper in the background. I really love that. And really special, we have a $100 item here. This is called Level 2 with a $100 purchase. You can choose the Eden's Garden Bundle, and it's a beautiful bundle that was introduced last year. I created mini cards with it, and it comes with a stamp set and the beautiful coordinating dies. Hey, Patty. So anyway, you have all of these to choose from, plus this catalog, this brochure. So if I can help you with anything, just let me know. All right, here's our host code for the month, new host code. And so there it is. And you can use that when you place your online order with me. And I really appreciate it. Okay, let's get started. Now, what I've done is I haven't created the complete project, but I'm going to show you the gist of it and how to put it together. Okay, so we're going to start. I'm going to make a little banner, and it's mostly made already, but let's start with what the meat of the project is. Okay, so I chose Garden Green to make my banner pieces along with a piece of Early Espresso, but most of my pieces are made from Garden Green, like a football field. Okay, so you need a 3x4 piece for each letter of your saying, or however long you want your banner. Okay, so my banner says game day, and so I needed that many pieces. Was that 7 Garden Green pieces that I cut to prep for the letter. And then I have a little center accent piece that I'm going to put between game and day, and it's going to resemble a little football. Okay, so I'm going to actually cut the Early Espresso for the little accent piece and create that, but keep in mind that you would cut these banner pieces the same way, and it doesn't have to be really exact. Okay, so I have this piece of Early Espresso that I found in my scrap drawer, and I need to cut 3x4. And then notice I have up 1/2, 1.5, and over 1.5. I'll show you that in just a second. So let's cut this 3x4 with our Stampin' Trimmer. 3x4. I will say that originally I started to make these banner pieces larger, and then because of the size of the die cut letters I'm using, which I am using the new Alphabet a la mode, okay, I shrunk it down so that the banner piece would not swallow the letter, okay, so that it would be proportionate to it. Okay, so I have my little 3x4 piece, and I'm going to get my T-square ruler. Okay, and I'm going to measure over 1.5 inch and up 1.5 inches. Okay, so let's go. I'm going to try to guesstimate about where 1.5 is. So this is 3 inches wide, right? So I'm going to find the halfway mark and make a little pencil dot. Then I'm going to come up 1.5 inches, and I had that almost right, a little too high. So I'm just going to put a little line right there at the 1.5 inch, and I'm calling this my bottom. If you did this out of designer paper and your paper had directionality, then you would definitely need to know which side to cut this. Okay, measure up from the bottom, 1.5 over. Hey, Connie, Vicki. It's okay, Connie. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just take my straight edge and go from the bottom corner here to that 1.5 inch, okay? And you'll see when I cut these, it doesn't have to be super exact. You're just cutting this triangle out of the bottom to make a cute little banner piece, okay? Now, have that. Now I'm going to take my paper snips, and I'm going to just cut up to that center point there. And when I do this, I only measure one time. For the rest of the, for the rest of the pieces, I take this and use it as a template. I'm going to erase this little mark there. Clean that up a little bit. Okay. And then what I do say, like for the green pieces, I just put this at the bottom and go from the point up and trace a pencil trace that, and then I cut it. I only measure that one time. I keep this for my template. Okay. All right. So now I want to make this resemble a football. And so it kind of sort of looks like it. It's cute. You know what it is when it's made. But let me show you. You could do this. I saw so many different samples of like footballs made from different things. And I thought, okay, how can I do this with just the paper and glue, okay, with what our supplies. So I've got some basic white cardstock, a 1/2 inch piece, double check that for you, a 1/2 inch strip and a 1/4 inch strip, okay. And then I'm going to take the 1/2 inch strip and come across the top here, and you could measure it if you wanted to 3 across, but I am just going to snip it like this, run it along the edge of the cardstock. Okay, and then I need another piece for down here. And I come on this particular one, I'm coming a little bit lower than this point here, okay, like this, to give myself a little more room. All right, let's flip that over and trim. So now let's go ahead and get those on using some liquid glue. I decided to use liquid glue on both of these projects to give myself some wiggle room. And so I'm putting it just a hair below the top, okay? See how simple this is? It's so simple. And it's cute. I can't wait to show my daughter. She usually has people over for Super Bowl. Okay, let me see. What I did is I took some of that glue off the middle so it wouldn't go through to the back. Okay, so I'm going to bring that down just a tad like that. Okay, and then if I have to trim off the edges, I can do that too. All right, so now I'm just going to take this 1/4 inch strip, okay, and I am going to go down the middle like this. I'm looking at my sample to see how I did it. I just kind of think I'm going to cut it about like that. I'm going to cut it longer than I think I need it. Bam. No measuring. Okay. And before I glue, I'm going to cut. And I cut these about a little 3/4 of an inch, 7/8 of an inch. I don't measure it, y'all. I just want it to go across here like the stitching on the football. Okay. And then I'm going to cut another one. No measuring. Jackie said, you do know that one of those on my sample, one of those is a little longer than the other. I said, yep, it's supposed to be. Okay, so see, you've got your little football piece there. Minus 22, Susan. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to glue that. I'm going to call that done. You see how it kind of resembles a little football? Yeah, agree with me, y'all. It's cute. I saw so many. I looked up Super Bowl decorations on Pinterest, and I saw, but oh, that's how we can do that. Thanks, Cindy. Okay, so it's hard for me to see my white pieces on here. I'm putting 3, and I went back and forth with how many I put on these little projects here. Go across, and I'm trying not to be too jabbery today, y'all. Talking. We're supposed to pick up Mia from school today. Okay, I don't know what happened to the other one. Is it stuck on my hand anywhere like it usually is? Okay, so let me cut another little piece. No measure. Okay, there's my football piece. Okay. And so then what I did, I mean, how simple is that, right? I took my Crop-A-Dile, but you just need a hole punch, okay? And I punched 2 holes up here. And I'm using twine to thread the banner together, okay? Okay, so there's my football piece if I decide to make another one. Now let me show you really quickly what I'm going to do with this. So here's my piece for the letters, okay? Yeah, Vicki, it's supposed to warm up here too. So this is one of the letters. I'm using our adhesive sheets. And so what I did is I put a piece of adhesive sheet behind Whisper White. You know, it's sticky on both sides. Not Whisper White, Basic White. And then I die cut all of the letters at one time. Okay, game day. And then all I have to do now is I'm going to pull off this backing. These are small, so I need to use my take your pick tool to pull this off. I'm looking at my other ones to make sure I get it about the same distance. And I'm going to put it about, yeah, pretty close to the point here, okay, in the center. Okay, and then I had it like that. I thought, oh, that's kind of plain. It needs something else. So here's what I did. I got my watercolor pencils. Those are in the annual catalog on page 126. These are my original watercolor pencils, y'all. One of the first coloring mediums I bought 16 years ago from Stampin' Up! Before I was even a demonstrator. Okay, and it has a white pencil in it. Okay, so let's get the white. And I'm going to come down. Goodness, I have Post-its everywhere. I'm going to come down about a ½ inch, and I don't measure this either. I'm just eyeballing it. Now, if I had my grid sheet, I could do that, okay? So I'm going to go across. I need to sharpen my pencils. Okay, and then this is 3 inches, right? So in the center at 1½, I make a long line, and then I come below it like this, like my yard lines, okay? I need to extend this a little bit. Okay, and then I just go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the same on the other side. Do the 2 end ones, and the 2 center ones. And they don't have to be exact. And there you've got your yard lines. Okay? So now, again, I'm going to take my Crop-A-Dile here. Where did I punch? I came just below the yard line marker, the yard line. Or the, what do you call that? Out of bounds. Okay, so there's my letter. Super simple, y'all. Huh? But you can do this. And you can do this for any occasion. So I'm going to get the rest of my banner now so you can see it. And I'm going to add that last piece. So I just use our Essentials twine pack. See? Game. Duh. Okay, so now I put a little piece of Post-it tape around the end so it's easy to thread. And I'm going to go in and then across the back and come through this one. Just sew it together. And there I have my Super Bowl party banner. Okay? Don't y'all like that? I thought it was really cute. It was so easy. Okay, and if you don't have dies to cut your letters, you could always, stamp things on it, or just, I don't know, do it in your team colors, your team that you're supporting. I decided to keep it neutral. Okay. All right. Thank y'all. All right. So I'm going to hang that up because hopefully that's going to be used at my daughter's. I know it will. Get it out of the way, and I'm going to show you my Valentine version. It's super simple, y'all. I did it, I mean, probably less than 30 minutes total. The biggest part was deciding what paper to use. Y'all know how that is. So here is my Valentine banner. No stamping. Thank you, y'all. No stamping, okay? Just the punched hearts. These hearts are, let me find it for you, in the annual catalog. This heart punch pack on page 153. Great set of punches. And this is the paper, the Country Floral Lane Designer Series paper that's in the mini. This is one of the, I think this is one of the, the gingham, country gingham. And I just punched, I played around with the patterns and moved it. And I love this one. I mean, so cute. I mean, our punches are great, y'all, to use. And this went together so fast. And I just made it small. And I was going to tell you that, for banners, you don't have to always hang them, okay? If you make them small enough, sometimes they can go on a wreath, okay? Hang it on a wreath. Doesn't even have to be exactly like that. You could go higher on one end, lower across. Thanks, Connie. I love this one too. Love it. And then, or like say you have your table set and you can just lay this out around like a dish, okay? And it can frame it out. I've done that quite a bit, okay? Like that. But they're cute and they're easy to store. You can save it. I just kind of fold them up like this to store them. I mean, it's flat. And I think it's a good size. That 3x4, I really like that size. Okay. Thank you, Marilyn. Yes, I know. I really like this one. I wanted that one to go football, but we like the pretty frilly stuff, right? Yes, the Easter Bunny punch would be precious. Yes, Patty. Yes. Okay, so now we're going to make a little treat box. Super simple. Same idea as the football on the mid center of the banner. Okay. So I'm using the Early Espresso again, and I have a 1/4 inch here because so I'm going to do my little stitching. So let's do this. Let's cut 6x6, and then I'm going to score at 1.5 inches on the two sides and the bottom. Okay, so 6x6. I love how we can just butt this up again, and that's the 6-inch mark. That's 6. Saving these scraps. These are nice big pieces. I don't usually save the tiny things, but big ones, yeah. 6x6 there. Let me go ahead and score it while I have it on here. 1.5. And let's say this is the bottom, 1.5. And then 1.5. Okay. Make sure I have my bone folder handy. Okay, let's do the other piece real quick. I had, normally I'm 11 Central live, but I had my yearly exams this morning, and so we went and had lunch, and then I came to be here with you all. Super fun. Okay, so let's fold up on these score lines. This is cardstock, so we really have to give it a good burnish, okay? Good thick cardstock. Okay. I came in. Oh, I forgot to score this. I came in from lunch and I started my supper. Do y'all call it dinner or supper? Growing up, we always said supper, and that's what I said to my girls. Now my youngest daughter, I don't know what they call it. I know my youngest daughter calls it dinner, the last meal of the day. But I maybe it's a Southern thing, supper. Anyway, I started supper. I'm making a, you could buy that package of a 15 bean soup. Is it 15? And I bought that, and I'm putting some sausage with it. Supper. Thanks, Daniel. Cook some sausage, and I'm going to start that at about 3-ish, 3:15 or so. So it'll be ready for supper. Supper. Thank you. Okay, good. Supper. All right. So, okay, scissors. Here they are. Okay, on one of these, we're going to cut up and over. Cut the squares off. Okay. This is very similar to the bags we made at Christmas supper. Look at y'all. Okay. Dinner always sounded really fancy to me for some reason. Like, we're going out to dinner. You know, when you say that, I hardly ever said we're going out to supper. Lunch was dinner and dinner was yes. Yes, Cindy. Yeah, girl. That's the way my mom called it too. Dinner was lunch. Yep. I need to look that up. I'm sure there's a history behind it. Okay, so this one I'm not cutting off. Okay, so I'm gonna lap this, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it together. It's probably easier to do your football stitching before you do this, but this is the way I made it, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it together. Using liquid glue sparingly to overlap that. Give it a good push. Okay, so now here I'm going to come in like that. I think that's how I'm going to do it. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to put on these two squares our glue, and then come up, fold them in, and those are part of the bottom. See that? Hold those a second. All righty. Okay, and then we're going to put on these two tabs and bring that up like that. Okay, and there's our little treat box. You can put popcorn in it, trail mix, wrapped candies. I saw the little snack bags of treats. I thought about that. And y'all, I don't buy all that, so I don't eat it, okay? It's like I bought one little thing of Valentine candy to put in as little gifts in my monthly online class, which I'll be announcing next week. And it's like, and Mia can eat them. You know, she's got the egg and peanut allergy. So she can't have everything. And not just peanut, all nuts. Supper. Yes, Marilyn, that sounds good. Dinner was fancy, supper was family. Yep. Okay, I'm going to try to decide. I'm not measuring, y'all. I'm just going to cut. Yesterday, I did it too long. I'll show you the one I made yesterday. The more I looked at it, the more it looked like railroad tracks. And I'll show you what Jackie said looked like railroad tracks. I made two different versions. just playing around, you know how we do. So here's, y'all know this, but y'all need to hang with me because I've got Valentine bags too. Super cute. Okay. And I want to, those of you that share my video, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay. So I'm going to put just 3. So I'm going to cut these about 1 inch. See how I measure? Just put it up there and cut. Okay. 1, 2, 3. There's my football. And I know y'all, you got to use your imagination, but still, can you see a bunch of these sitting on the table with like little snacks in them? How cute. And I really, when I picked this color, because I tried several, I thought, should I use Cajun Craze? And no, that was too orange. Should I use Crumb Cake? Too light. Soft Suede? No. And I thought, I need our chocolate chip. Do y'all remember Stampin' Up! Chocolate chip? That was the color I needed. But I don't have any. So early espresso it is. Oh. Okay, so see, super simple, right? Let me show you the other 2, my samples. Okay, there's my little football, kind of, you know. And I guess if you wanted to, you could do this, you know, on these 2. I didn't do it. I was trying to make it simple, because if you were going to make this, you would not just make one, right? You would make several. And could also be out of designer paper. Okay, if you have the right colors. So if you wanted to put this on top and this on bottom, you could do that. Okay, let me show you these other ones. So first, I did this. You know, like the 2 rows of stitching, and Jackie said, that looks like a railroad track. Said, okay, I'll just do one. And then I did this one, and that looked like, to me, a railroad track. It was like, oh, like, I don't know, Frankenstein stitches or something. I don't know. So I went with this one. Okay. This was just like too much. Okay. So there's that. Now you want to see the Valentine ones? Okay. Y'all know which paper I used. Look how cute. And I just used the punches again. You see how I alternated the colors? Petal Pink and Sweet Sorbet, and then flipped it and did the other one behind it. And then this is from the stamp set. Okay. Happy Valentine's Day. There it is. Isn't that cute? Along with our football. And then let me see if I can get all the things in here. What did I do with all the, I don't know if you'll be able to see them all. I know this is y'all's favorite right here. And then Game Day. It's kind of long. But so, but you can see if you had a, I don't know where to put this. If you had a game, a party for Super Bowl, that would be cute, right? And then here's your Valentine's. Okay. All right. Okay, let me see if I can get back on here. Okay. All right. So easy, right? I told you it was going to be easy. So simple. The only stamping was on this, the Valentine one. And, you know, we don't have any football themed I don't have any football themed stamp sets. So I had to go with, you know, something like that. So anyway, I hope you will give this a try for something. Even if you don't do Super Bowl, I know you do other occasions. And like who was it said? Patty, what did you say? The bunny? Yeah, somebody said the bunny would be so cute. And it would be. So, and you can see you could do this. And I'm telling you, y'all, 30 minutes. Use those punches. use your paper and create some pretty things to put in your home. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. Next week, Jackie and I may be making a quick trip to the cabin in Missouri to check on some things. The weather's supposed to be warmer. And so we'll be gone a couple of days. So, what I'm going to try to do is pre record a video that will air as a premiere sometime on YouTube. Okay. And I'll give you notification about that. And what I'm going to be working on are a couple of our kits from the kit collection. Okay. So I've been putting those aside, haven't put them together because I wanted to show you. And they have two really cute ones that I'm excited about. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Yes, you all have a great weekend too. And if I can help you with anything, let me know. Visit my website at inkinspirations.com and be sure you're on my mailing list. You get a free online class when you sign up the first time. You get it automatically. And I send you just a weekly email every week. And if it's more than that, it's because I've got to let you know something that's time sensitive. Okay? All right. Um, Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you again soon. Have a great evening. Take care. Bye bye.